Well, there's two schools of thought on this, on carpooling, on agrarian reform.
Yeah.
One is social justice, that we must give social justice to our people, and they have to be, and CARP has to be fully implemented. Second, of course, is the business side, and the corporate side, to it. Basically, you're chopping up highly valuable agricultural land, which tend to, because of economics of scale, which tend to depreciate the production or downgrade the production of these lands. I have to explain to you guys that I'm an UPLB graduate, so I'm an agriculturist. I'm an educated licensed agriculturist, and basically what it is it's economies of scale. If you're doing corporate farming or you're doing exports for coconut, sugar, bananas, pineapples, you can't do it with 2 hectares. You can't do it with 3 hectares. It's not economically viable. So the situation we are in now is a lot of corporate farms have actually folded up because of what happened to agrarian reform. But let's face it, we need to give social justice. It's been passed by our predecessors. We have no choice but to implement the law. Saying that, I feel that the law shouldn't be extended anymore. We've covered about 95% of all the lands. If you do a review, what we should do is do a review of these lands, because I will tell you now, 60% of the lands that were agrarian reform in 1989 and 90 when it started, 60% of that are idle. 60% of that are not being planted. Why? Because the fact that the support services were so weak, many of these guys, okay, binigyan mo nga sila ng 3 hektarya. Wala naman silang fertilizer, wala naman silang semilya, wala silang seeds, wala silang traktora, wala silang carabao. Ang nangyayari, binibenta nila yung lupa nila. They sell it, it becomes idle, they're back to their debt, and then they're working somewhere else for some other farm. Because what they actually need is a stable income every month. And once you don't give them the support services, once they cannot harvest, once they cannot plant, then you cut off their lifeline altogether, and you actually put them more in debt. And that was the argument that I gave when they passed Carper. During the debates, we basically said that if you do a review of all the lands that were actually carved, you will see that almost 80% of those who are sitting and planting in these particular areas are no longer the actual beneficiaries and recipients. It has been sold, it has been leased out to other multinationals. How do you think we're producing pineapple? Del Monte, Dole, Unifruti, Sumitomo Fruits, Sumifro, Davao an agricultural company of the Florendos, they lease all these carp lands. So if you think about it, was that a success? Because instead of empowering the farmers to actually plant into these areas, they're actually releasing it to multinational corporations. That's something that's food for thought that we have to see and to ask if the program was actually a success or not.